Hi guys, it's Hot Mess Mama coming to you live on this very dreary, rainy, crappy, cold North Carolina day, a Wednesday. Hump day! Hump day! So I realize I haven't done this in a while, so I wanted to do a really quick one because it's something that I just all of a sudden I had this epiphany today. It's like, I don't know, 1:45 Eastern time on Wednesday, the 20th of February. Okay, so here's my epiphany today. I realized that I was freaked out about all the changes that were going to be happening in my life because we're going to be moving. So I'm uprooting my whole family. We're moving from North Carolina all the way out to California, and all the scary stuff that happens with that because there's so much change that's going on all around. And big changes like locations and homes and schools and doctors and friends and family, all those big changes, right? But I just failed to mention how there are going to be a ton of little changes too that are going to happen between now and then. And instead of fighting them, how I need to just embrace them because some of them are actually really good changes. So I started to think to myself, ever since I had to put my house here on the market in North Carolina, I was forced, and when my husband left to go live in California while we stay here, I was forced to make some life changes. And they're little tiny changes, but now that I've made this list of wow, why didn't I do these things before? Why was I so set in my ways? Or why was I so my way is the best? Or why didn't I give into these and try these new things? Because they're making my life easier. And this change is good, right? Like Sheryl Crow says, change will do you good, right? So I think about I have this fabulous dishwasher, right? Fabulous, awesome dishwasher, right? Love you, Mr. Dishwasher, right? Never use it. I never use the dishwasher. My husband was always, he's old school European family. He was always why do that when you can hand wash it? So we would hand wash all of our dishes, and we would rarely use a dishwasher. Even when I had kids, we would rarely put baby bottles and stuff like that into the dishwasher. We would hand wash them because we're oh, it's just the two of us and a baby. Why would we'll never fill up this dishwasher. It'll take all week or whatever. So we would end up filling up our sink, and my sink over here, with dishes and never really truly getting a break. I would have to be doing all these by hand, right? So because it was a luxury to put things in the dishwasher. The only time we would put things in the dishwasher would be if we knew we had a big load or a big party coming over or lots of dishes. We rarely run it. What was I doing? Why not just throw everything into the dishwasher? That saves you so much time and effort, and it gets all the clutter off your counters. I have to keep all this stuff off my counters. I can't have dishes in my sink or anything like that when I'm showing my house. So I am forced to put them in the dishwasher. It took that to get me to start using my dishwasher. Or garbage. My husband has this thing about garbage. He doesn't want to put any garbage in our garbage can, and it's inside our house, inside our kitchen, unless it's paper goods or dry goods, because he thinks if you put wet, stinky things in the garbage can is going to make the house smell wet and stinky, right? I get you don't want to put poopy or peed in diapers in there, right? But he has never, especially when the kids came along, has never really subscribed to actually putting kitchen trash in the kitchen garbage. We would do this. Can you see over there on my door? I don't know if you can see it from here, but over here on my door, we have Walmart plastic bags. Walmart plastic bags, that you get when you go grocery shopping at Walmart. We'll hang it on that door handle, and we will put all our wet things, banana peels and food waste or whatever that, goes in this Walmart bag and sits on that hook on the door handle over there. And so when the next person goes out, they take the stinky garbage out. We do this probably once a day. So like I said, that made sense when you had diapers, but we don't have that anymore. So, and I'm showing a house. I can't leave stinky garbage out on a door handle when I'm showing a house. So I'm forced to use the garbage can. What was I thinking? It's not, now I have to take the garbage out once a week, but at least I'm not making multiple trips out to the garbage with this little Walmart bag, and the house really doesn't stink. And then I think to myself, when we moved to California, they're an anti-plastic state. You have to have recyclable plastic or recyclable totes when you go to the Walmart, because they don't do that anymore because it's not environmentally friendly. So or making my bed. I never made my bed. I never made my kids' bed, because I never had to. Who's gonna come and look at our non-made beds, right? Well, again, I am forced to do that because if the house is being shown, I can't have unmade beds. The house has to look clean, the house has to smell clean, the house has to look neat and tidy, right? So now I think I'm getting my kids into this routine of making their beds. Again, a really good change. Or was another one. It's been pouring down rain here. And the other day, my son had school, but my daughter didn't have school. So the normal way where I would normally park, get out, walk to walk them to their, door or get them from their door. I couldn't do that day. So I was forced to get in the drive up, which I was like, is the bane of my existence to go in this school drive up. And I got forced to do it that particular day. And why have I not been doing the drive up? I mean, it's been like 2 years now where I've been running to the door to pick up my kids and walk in the cold or walk in the rain or to when I could have just been driving up. What was I thinking? What's another one? Because, like you don't want to buy a lot more food because, we're getting ready to leave at some point. I'm being forced to eat frozen foods that were in my refrigerator, new preparation methods to get rid of the food that's in my refrigerator or my pantry items, right? And that's like bringing into my world a whole slew of new textures and flavors and tastes and stuff that I normally wouldn't have done before. Or grilling. My husband's not here to do the grilling. Who's gonna do the grilling? So like I got over my fear of grilling and I went out to my grill, fired her up. Okay, maybe I burnt some chicken, but like I learned my way around a grill and now I'm like, it's really not that hard. I can do this myself. And I was forced to do that, right? Or like a tea kettle. I went out and bought myself a tea kettle. Why? Because I found that like I like herbal tea. Herbal tea settles me down when I'm having a meltdown moment. So yes, like I normally would not have ever done this because I'm not a caffeine person. I never would have done this had I not been like kind of forced into this, right? Or Lidl, the grocery store Lidl or Lidl or whatever we call it now from our friends from Germany. I never shopped there. I kind of had to like go there once to pick something up, and I decided that I really like Lidl. I think I might even like it more than Aldi, people. I might even like it more than Aldi. Or like my dog. I would let my dog out 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times a day to go pee or go poop or whatever, right? I realize now, because I've had to keep her crated for extended periods of time when I have house showings going on, because you can't have your dog out when you have, your dog has to be in a crate when you're doing a house showing. I realized that she has an intensely trained bladder. That girl could be in a crate for 10 hours if she had to and not have to pee or poop. Why did I not know this before? So this is, it's an amazing new thing that I've learned. She can do it. She's got an amazing bladder. Or my kids. When my girlfriend said, hey, let's get out of Greenville. Let's go to the beach for the weekend. Come. Don't worry. We'll have wine. You and your kids come and you can just sleep over because we don't want you driving back, around. So I was like, okay, I've never had a sleepover before with my kids. My kids had their first sleepover and it was not horrible. Like they were well behaved. They didn't stay up late and tear up the house. And it wasn't like the sleepover that I had in my mind that it was going to be. Like I thought that I was worried that they were going to be up all night. No, they were pretty well behaved. And I was like, well, I should try that sooner, right? Or my daughter, we ran out of diapers and we didn't have any pull-ups. And I kind of said to her, you know what? You don't have any pull-ups and you don't have diapers. So you're going to have to sleep in underpants tonight. So you're going to have to get up to go to the bathroom. So she really kind of controlled herself and didn't have any accidents. And had I not been in a position where I was forced to put her in underpants as opposed to a pull-up, I never would have known that she is capable of going through the night without wetting herself. Well, now, we have been trying this now daily by daily. And of course, there are nights where she has accidents. But I know now that she is in that stage where she's getting ready. And she's probably going to be well potty trained with the night stuff. So it's again, all of these things are little tiny things that I've realized. Sometimes these changes that are so scary force you into another vortex, which makes you try all of these new things and new methods and new ways of doing things that are not necessarily in your comfort zone or not necessarily something that you agree with. And you realize, wow, this is great. I'm so glad that I now know this. And maybe it's something that you had to try that you ended up trying and you hated it. Well, great. Now you don't need to try that again because that was a fail. But I am amazed at my list of things that I was like, wow, all of these little changes that I've been making in my life, I would not have taken myself outside of my box to try had I not been forced outside of the box. So I challenge you today, get yourself outside that box. Try something that is maybe not something, a method of maybe something you wouldn't normally do that way. Or maybe that's doing your laundry with a different kind of detergent or in a different manner. Or maybe that's using vinegar on your floors instead of Pine Sol. Or maybe it's, grilling for the first time. I can't even think of all the things that you could possibly do. There are tiny things that make you think outside the box and try something new, and it will really it will rock your world once you start to add it all up. What's something that you were forced to try that you normally wouldn't have tried or done had you not kind of been forced into that? And then you look at now and go, wow, I don't know what I was doing all my life, right? I'm sure we've all had them, right? So what are yours? So with that, I will leave you this week on this rainy, crappy, wet hump day of like, I don't know, it's like day 10 of rain and crap. And it's like another 7 that are coming. So stay warm, light your fireplaces, which we never light. Drink some hot cocoa or tea in your new kettle. Or, you know, again, try something new this week while, you know, you've got some downtime in the rain and cold, or up north, the snow. So much love to you, mamas. Try it. Try something new. You might be surprised. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.